Let's talk about this one here, Nimona. This is
This is a
a
really big story,
it
actually.
is. This is if anything can give you guys like I would say hope for certain like canceled projects ever coming back. This might be one of those stories.
Because I feel like we talked about this like earlier this year or last year when the news broke that this got canceled.
Well, this got canceled like a couple like 2018, I think.
No, 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 no,
So,
no. No. 2019, 2020, I believe.
oh really? I mean, I
Yeah,
might
because it
have
was
mentioned it, but like
because it was super far along. Blue Sky was animating this, and then Disney said we're not releasing this,
yeah, well, here
and then it
but
got shuttered.
when you find out what they're kind of speculating here, it
Oh,
definitely
it's a
is not
whole
good.
can of worms.
So, according to Collider, Nimona animated movie coming to Netflix in 2023 after being canceled at Disney. Saying here that turns out some dreams do come true. Nimona, an animated movie that had its share of controversy and seemed like it would never see the light of day, is finally making its way towards our screens thanks to Netflix. The streamer announced that they have teamed up with Annapurna Pictures in order to premiere the highly anticipated adaptation in 2023. So the story follows a shapeshifter who attempts to bring down a corrupt institution. So the thing is, what I don't understand is how. Like
Well,
that's what I don't get.
what do you mean by how?
How they ended up like how Blue Sky was able to wrestle this away from Disney.
Well, we have to remember the movie was about 70 to 80% done. It was pretty much a complete project already. They already had Chloe Grace Moretz voicing Nimona. They already had Riz Ahmed voicing the villain.
Yeah,
Um,
he's what Ballister Boldheart, a villain who is hell-bent on destroying the Institute, an entity that kicked him out as a knight after he lost an armed battle. Nimona insists on being his sidekick, but he's reluctant to take in helpers. Though he may not be the bad guy. I think he's going to be like the
that last line though is important.
okay. Rounding out the main cast is Eugene Lee Yang as Ambrosius, Gol-
Yes,
Golden Loin, Golden
that's
Loin.
part of the
That's
joke. Yeah.
wow. Ballister's lover, who is now the Institute. Oh my God! Look, I'm fine with them being lovers, but Golden Loin, can you be a little bit less on the nose there? You know, it's like, how,
Well, you know who created this, right? Who created Nimona, right?
I don't.
Let me look up her name, but it's the
I
creator of what's her name? ND Stevenson. ND Stevenson, who is the creator and the showrunner of She-Ra and the Princesses of Power for Netflix.
oh.
And Stevenson is non-binary, okay, and their work very much focuses on LGBTQ content.
Sure. No, no, and I get that.
Nimona is very much an LGBTQ story.
Absolutely. I do not have an issue with that. My issue is with the name Golden Loin as being too on the nose. You know, it's like they might as well just name Ballister Boldheart. Go, it's not Ballister Boldheart. My name is Ballister Bigcock. And this is Ambrosius Golden Loin. And that over there is Deep Anus, our native tribesmen who will be guiding us through the valleys of Titays. You know what I mean? It's like it sounds to me like it's
No,
just
I
very,
get you. I get you.
you know what I mean?
But that raises a question, right? Because well, I'll let you keep reading the story because
Yeah. So the main voice cast had been on board since early 2021 when Collider reported that Moretz and Ahmed were attached to the project, even though the movie's future was
yeah, like I said,
uncertain.
they already cast the movie.
Yeah,
I think they already even did voice recording already.
I'm sure they did because they said as the movie was as far as 75% completed, an animation studio, Blue Sky, was reluctant to let all that work go to waste. So the thing with that though is like, look, it's the thing is it's being directed by Nick Bruno and Troy Quayne, who worked on Ice Age Collision Course and the Peanuts movie, and then did Spies in Disguise. Look, Ice Age Collision Course is arguably the worst of the main canon movies.
But like so they didn't direct that,
No,
so I'm not
but
gonna.
the Peanuts movie is legit. I love the Peanuts movie.
And I really like Spies in Disguise as well.
I haven't seen it. I need to see it.
It's quite good actually. It's quite good.
Okay. That was a Sony film, wasn't it? Or
No, that was Disney. That was Fox.
oh, okay. Yeah. I is it on Disney Plus?
That's a
Should
good
be. It
question. I don't know.
should be.
It should be, yeah.
But they go on to say here that Nimona coming to life is a huge deal. The project was previously in active development at Blue Sky, a division from now rebranded 20th Century Studios that produced hits like Ice Age, Rio, and the Peanuts movie. When Disney bought the studio, however, Blue Sky was shut down and Nimona got shelved. This angered animation professionals not only because they saw their work becoming meaningless, but also because it silenced the LGBTQIA plus voices that would finally get to tell their story through a mainstream platform. The movie was set to feature explicit same-sex affection aside from having characters that highlight queerness and identity fluidity.
Like I said, Nimona's a very, very gay story. Like, it's a very, like, it's very much themes of queerness and identity, because again, the creator is non-binary. It's about subverting like institutions that are controlling of other people. It's pretty, as the kids would say, Jarbo. It's a very woke story. Like, if you're like, it's woke. It's really woke. I mean, I'm just going to flat out say it. So it raised a lot of issues when it got canceled because it was pretty much done, and then they said, "Nah, we're not going to release this." And is that on Disney? Is it more so they don't feel like there's any like business potential with this kind of property? I don't know.
Well, okay, so I mean, obviously with Florida's Don't Say Gay bill, that is a massive point of controversy right now. I mean, there's you have the company coming out and saying that they want to like fight Florida's legislative laws, and they want to actually maybe appear like they're going to try to like deplatform or run certain politicians out of office. I mean, like there's a lot going on with this right now. And so what's funny about this to me is that they shelved it. They shelved the story that is very gay oriented. And now they're all coming out and they're like, da, 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 So to me, I think like it's kind of funny because Netflix can come out and just swoop it, can just kind of like take all.
Well, Netflix is also willing to, I feel like, bet on more artistic ventures, especially with animation. Like, this is going to be something big for them as a platform, right? I mean,
well, again, they've done a lot with animation. It all depends on how good it is. I mean, like the
no,
story,
that's true. It has to actually be really good.
So I mean, looking here at just the general story, the overall synopsis, it says here, a knight is framed for a crime he didn't commit, and the only person who can help him prove his innocence is Nimona, a shape-shifting teen who might be a monster he's sworn to kill. Set in a techno-medieval world unlike anything animation has tackled before, this is a story about the labels we assign to people and the shapeshifter who refuses to be defined by anyone. So, okay. I mean, like, again, that seems like a fine story and it looks, I want to see it.
I'm just shocked that this got saved. I'm shocked that this product didn't just die.
Well, that's what I don't get is
I want to hear the story of, I want to know how this happened.
How did it happen? I don't get it because
it's not Blue Sky, or is it?
It's no, Annapurna Pictures is.
Well, no, I'm saying, but is Blue Sky still animating it? Did
well,
Blue Sky
I don't
transfer the rights and the product to another studio.
That's what I can't find out. I don't think it's Blue Sky, but I think it's people who were at Blue Sky.
Do you think they just moved over to Annapurna to finish it?
Well, it depends on how they were able to wrestle away the rights.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Did like Disney sign it away, saying, "Yeah, go ahead and take it somewhere else"?
It's entirely. It's they've done things like that before.
Because again, the movie's pretty much done. It was like 75-80% done.
Yeah. So I mean, it's possible that they just that they just wanted to let that happen. I don't quite know. I'm just looking to see. Okay, so originally, the 20th Century Fox Animation acquired the rights to it back in 2015. Then
because that's when Blue Sky made that deal with 20th Century and they got acquired by them.
Yeah, and so then now here's the thing with that. I'm wondering if it was acquired. Oh no, if 20th Century Animation acquired the rights and then Blue Sky was working on it, that means Blue Sky was contracted to do. So that's a weird thing. In May 2019, after the Walt Disney Company's acquisition of Fox, the film was delayed from February 2020 to March 2021. Later again, delayed to January 2022. In February 2021, Disney announced it was shutting down Blue Sky and that the film was canceled. After its cancellation, and again amid the controversy of Disney's involvement in Florida's Don't Say Gay bill, several former Blue Sky staff members spoke to the media about the film. They said that when canceled, the film was 75% complete and it was to include an I love you scene between Blackheart and Goldenloin and a same-sex kiss. The staff also stated that they received pushback from Disney leadership centered around the film's LGBT themes. So we don't, yeah, even the Wikipedia is like not talking about like what happened
So
here. I mean,
supposedly there was pushback over the themes and inclusivity of the movie though from Disney.
well, that makes sense. I mean, and I'm not saying that like as like, and I agree with it. What I mean by that is there has been reports coming out of Pixar from Disney leadership about this.
Well, yeah,
So,
Pixar has been really complaining about that a lot lately.
oh
as
yeah,
well.
yeah. But the thing is though, at the same time, it's like, again, what, you know, the idea here is what we're talking about is business. And I think at the end of the day, people need to really remember that it's about business.
I
So,
understand that though, but where do we draw the line between business and letting artists create though?
well, the thing is, if you're being paid to create that, you don't technically own what you're creating,
No, that's true
right?
too.
So you still,
But
so when you,
shouldn't you want to like make good products that people like?
well, at the end of the day, it's about the bottom line is how much money you bring in.
Right, but like, how do you know that? Okay, let's just say, for example, like appealing to like the LGBT community wouldn't rake in more money. That it wouldn't be as much an ad negative to not include that content for other countries.
I mean,
Does that make sense?
yeah. I think it would have been easy enough for them to cut it out, which they already would have. And I think in many instances,
But
like
this movie, it's part of the core.
it's part of the core. I
It's
mean,
the
yeah,
DNA of the
but
story.
sure. But then again, for maybe overseas, Golden Loin is a chick, you know, like something along those lines. Like it can be changed. And once it's changed, again, like going into countries like China or Russia or the Middle East, like Saudi Arabia, where homosexuality is absolutely condemned, they could change these things and people in those cultures would never, ever, ever really know what the original concept was because stuff just got changed. And I'm sure that there's been many instances of things being changed that have aired overseas that have eliminated gay content or questionable content to those country standards that we don't even know about. You know what I mean? And I don't like it. I think it's stupid. But right now, this is a very hot topic issue. And obviously Netflix and Annapurna are trying, they really want to like make this thing work. There's new directors that are brought in, the guys who worked on Ice Age and Rio and Peanuts movie and
Okay,
stuff.
so I'm looking at the Wikipedia page, and it's saying that Annapurna Pictures, they revived the project, and a company called DNEG Feature Animation is taking over the production, and they attached 2 new directors. I guess they're gonna finish the film, maybe? I
Okay, so
guess?
so it's DNEG, which is also formerly known as Double Negative, is a British motion picture visual effects and computer animation and stereo conversion company founded in 1998. The company has received 6 Academy Awards for its work on Inception, Interstellar, Ex Machina, Blade Runner 2049, First Man, and Tenet. So they work a lot with Chris Nolan. They've received
That's interesting.
well, yeah,
Okay.
they've received BAFTA awards for Inception, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, Interstellar, Blade Runner 2049, Tenet, Dune, Black Mirror's Metalhead episode, which is one of my favorite episodes from that show. That's the one with the robot dogs.
Okay.
Did you ever see the robot dog episode?
Yeah, I think I did. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's a great episode. They've also worked on The Dark Knight Rises. I mean, they do a lot of work with Warner Brothers and clearly with Christopher Nolan. So they've done their own feature films here. Let's see. They did Billy Elliot, apparently. Oh no, they worked on Billy Elliot. I mean, they've worked on a bunch of stuff here. Mission Impossible movies, Fast and Furious movies, Chronicles of Riddick. I mean, they've done quite a bit in regards to the stuff that they do. So, I mean, this could be their first kind of foray into what could be, you know, their own original
Yeah.
content.
Okay, so apparently they are carrying over the same directors from Blue Sky. They're just now moving over to this project.
So Disney must have just signed it away, right? If the thing is,
I guess, I don't know.
well, there was the comment here I just saw. DC here says Disney never financed the movie, so signing it away wouldn't be much. That is true, and it's not
That's
like,
true. They didn't put any money into it.
and it's not like they probably got paid off for it, right? So I mean, it's like, look at, again, not to always go back to like, let's say Zack Snyder, but talking about like, let's say with Army of the Dead. Army of the Dead was a Warner Brothers movie until Netflix came in and negotiated for the rights to it. You know, so that's probably what happened here is they were like, look, you're sitting on the movie. Let's negotiate for the footage, negotiate for the rights, and let's go from there. And then they said okay, and they made it happen. Because Disney can sit there and say it cares about the LGBT community as much as it wants. All right, but business is business. And so at the end of the day, they're going to do what's best for them.
Yeah.
So anyway, I mean, look, either way, this comes to Netflix in 2023. I'm hoping we get a trailer or if it's 75% done, we should be able to get something when they start doing their Geeked Week, whatever.
This is definitely a project I'm going to be watching very closely. So
again, my only thing that's going to suck about this, of course, the usual suspects are going to be going after it whole fucking cloth. So that's going to suck.
Yeah, of course.
But
whatever.
With any luck, the movie itself will be good, and then that will shut them down.